operate every time, in every circumstance. Take the time to search the Lord for wisdom.
Yeah.
He will tell you. That's worked for the first 35 years. That's worked for the 80 years of your life. That has worked every other time. But if you just listen to my voice, this time in this circumstance, I'm telling you, I'm leading you in a different direction. I know the box says to do it this way. I know that everybody else does it this way. The textbook says this is how this gets done. But he says, listen to my voice.
Amen.
Yeah. He said, I'll keep you out of trouble. I'll keep you out of harm. I'll keep you out of heartache. If you just groom yourself, train yourself to hear from me, to listen to me, to learn of me. And the Pharisees want to say, why? But then there's a second question that they ask. It doesn't say how much time has passed, but it says the second question, in verse 24, I believe it is, they ask another question, and they say, how come the disciples are doing what is not lawful on the Sabbath? They have all these why questions. They want to know why Christ, you are the one. Why are you the answer? How come your disciples, how come those who learn of Christ, how come they're eating on the Sabbath? Not so much eating, but they're picking from the grain fields on the Sabbath. They have a question. Christ says the reason is because I have all authority. He said the Sabbath was given not for man, but it was given to bring them into a relationship with God. It's not about keeping the rules. It's not about being able to take a religious scorecard and check it against somebody's life. It's about knowing that Christ is there with you. He says, because I have all authority. He takes them back to the Old Testament. He says, don't you remember the time when David was on the run for his life and he needed something to eat and he took the holy things of God and ate them for himself even on the Sabbath day? He says, don't get so caught up in the rules that you miss that Christ is with you. Don't get so caught up in the rules that you miss Christ has all authority. And if Christ says, go forward, do it. If God tells you to build an ark for rain that you've never even seen, there's no frame of reference for such a thing to even happen. But if he says, Noah, build an ark, then you'll spend 120 years trusting and depending on God, looking foolish among people for rain, for water to fall from the sky. It had never even happened. It is total dependency on God. You'll be backed up at the Red Sea. And an army that is many times greater and larger than you, with nothing in your hands. You can look in despair. You can call on the name of the Lord.
Yes.
And watch him come and operate on your behalf and open up the impossible, open up the Red Sea, and usher you safely through on dry land, because God has all purpose, God has all authority, and God is with you.
Amen.
Then who in the world can be against you?